Okay. We are...
All you see is the house.
What? Haha. Move that over to here. Okay, we all start at back in Salt Lake City at the Temptation, and we meet up with for the first time the hunter Jesse James, and he tells us that we have our first winter-based mission in upstate Wisconsin, and then he hands you the mission log, and it tells you what is all, and it talks about it mentions about Krampus and a few Loa, and that there's a winter Christmas village that's being overran by Krampus and a few minions. So, what do? And then you hear this too.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say? What do you want to do? Here's your dice.
Why would Krampus need to go to a village when he has a castle?
Well, he's like, and then Jesse's like, yeah, I see your point, but this world is not what it seems. Every day there's always something new happening that cannot be explained. So let's just go check it out and see what it is. If it's just a bunch of hooey, then we can all go to our families and do a Christmas. Just for once, be normal. If there is something, turns into something, then
normal. There ain't nothing normal.
He's like, you got a point there. So let's just check it out through a contact of mine, see what the whole fuss is about, and then I'll come with you guys, and let's just see what goes on.
Okay.
Okay. So, what do you say?
Okay.
Okay. So as you were walking out, there's it's, of course, winter set in to the world of moonlight. So snow's falling and everything, but in the snow falling and a fog, you hear, it sounds like the laughter of a child. What do?
Is the child a psychopath?
Figure out where it's coming from.
Okay. What do? Follow?
I follow.
Okay, so we're all following you, and all of a sudden, we see, off in the distance, you see looks like a lighthouse and a snow tree, and an elf appears on top of the light post, and it's like, hey ho! So I overheard you want to go to a village. I can make that happen. And then he reaches into his sack on his pants pocket, pulls out this little bag, looks like dust, and blows it into our face. And then
magic.
And then you guys are like, and then all of a sudden, you guys feel kind of like sleepy, like. Then it seems like a few hours, and then he appears, and you see the same tree and lighthouse with the elf on top of it. But what used to be a town is now a snow-covered village of it's like within a few hours we went from Salt Lake City to halfway across the country to
North Pole.
Wisconsin or somewhere up in the northern region of the United States.
Okay.
Pretty close to the... And we're so close that you notice that within maybe like 20, 30 miles ahead of us, you see the snow-covered landscape of Canada.
Oh boy.
So, now, then, since we are here by some kind of magic means, you see off in the distance on looks like a dirt snow-covered hill, vaguely you make out looks like a guy, like a withered old man that has the same cloak and hood as Santa, but you can notice with your... You want to roll? Roll a D4 and a D10.
82. Yeah, 80 and a 2.
I can let you roll again. I'll click this over. Okay, 24. So you notice with your sight that this withered old man has horns.
Krampus.
And then he waves his staff, and then all of a sudden we are surrounded by, it looks like, nutcrackers and some kind of zombie looking ghoulish, not really like a zombie, but like what's the term I'm looking for? It's a golem. So what do you guys do? You getting out your dice too? So what do you want to do?
Why is Krampus here?
Huh?
Say, why is Krampus here?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. What are you doing, you silly cat?
So you want to attack?
I want to attack Krampus. You want to do mine?
Okay. Roll. What do you do?
I hide behind a tree and watch.
Okay. So you hiding behind a tree. But you notice, since you're hiding, I'll get back to you later. You notice that there's a wizard, and he says, "Shh, be quiet. I can help you." There's a tiny little wizard guy that looks like an elf human. What do you do?
I wasn't planning on saying anything.
What?
I wasn't planning on saying anything anyway.
He goes, "Oh, okay, cool." Now what did you get?
I got double 0 and a 6.
Oh, okay. So you teleport up into here, and then you all of a sudden get bombarded.
I got farted on. Cool.
Where did it go? It hit my toe.
Probably underneath
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. All of a sudden, he waves his staff again, and then where he's standing, these snowmen from out of like nowhere loves these huge snowballs at you, and is like knocking over trees and stuff, and you dodge out of the way, and then you melt one of them. So that one's gone. And then he's like, try as you may, red person, but you will never get to me. Then another one falls, and you take 6 points of damage because you vertically moved out of the way of that last one. So what are you doing? You can kind of see this where you're at, but not too much.
Since I'm in white, I'm digging a hole in the snow and hiding in the snow.
I know, I'm out. Don't get fucked up again.
Back. So you left Jesse all alone, and he's like, you fuckers. So he takes out 3 or 4 of the nutcrackers, and then he takes out one of the golems, and then he takes out the other golem. I gotta go check laundry yet?
Not yet.
Huh?
Not yet.
How much time do I have?
18 minutes.
Huh?
18.
18? Okay. Anyway, now, back to you. And then one of the, you notice, anyway, the little, while you get unburied by the snow, you can see out of the corner of your eye, you see her building like this little fort looking thing, like, you're like, what the hell? And then you also see this little, looks like a miniature little elf human it's got like it looks like a stick, and he's trying to wave it in the air, trying to make something happen, but nothing ever happens. Then
he's a druggie.
And then you also see Jesse coming up in the snow, and he's not happy at you two. Like, what the fuck?
You abandoned me. No, not really.
Anyway, so then Krampus up here disappears, moves over to here. And so now, you also notice that between both of you, you roll these two.
Six.
Okay. You move out of the way and you barely escape another snowball coming at you. But you manage to, as you dodge, you throw a fireball and you melt the other snowman. So that's done and out of the way. So those two guys are down. But you also notice within the thing, you see there's snow that looks like it's coming down really, really hard. But you notice as it starts dissipating, you see two Loa, a male and a female. And one is Sally and one is Jack.
Yes.
Yeah. But he said, before you throw that fireball, we're not here for you. We can help each other if you listen.
I'm listening.
Okay. Then he says so what do you do?
Listen what we have to say.
Okay. So Sally goes up to you and holds out her withered hand and tosses you the snow coin. He said you need to get one more coin and you can weaken Krampus's power to where you can try to bind him.
Sounds like fun.
So, he said, wasn't there 3 of you?
Yeah.
Where's the other 2?
One should be on their way, and I think one's...
Now, as you're building your little snow fort, hiding like a puss,
well, not really.
you notice, off in the corner of your eye, you see the 2 Loa, and you see him. They're talking to your friend. What do you do?
Stop what I'm doing.
Okay. So you go over, and then you see the same 2 Loa, Jack and Sally. And Jack, with his withered skeleton hand, holds out in the midst of a snow fog, holds you out a little, he gives you a little envelope. What do you do?
Do you open it, or do you save it for later?
I take it and I put it away.
Okay.
So she saved it for later.
So you're not going to open it? Or do you open it?
Depends on if he wants me to open it.
He said it wouldn't hurt for you to take a look.
I open it then.
Okay. So you see in the envelope that your friend, like you noticed out of the corner of your eye, has one of these tokens. And then you see that if you defeat Boogie, as well as he holds the other moon coin that can bind Krampus's power temporarily. What do you do?
I pocket the coin.
Well, you gotta. Well, he already has. He shows you the first coin. You gotta get the other. You two gotta get the other coin.
We gotta make
Boogie.
We gotta fight Oogie Boogie.
Oh.
We gotta beat Buggy.
So what do you do?
Bugman. should we tell the other person before we start and before we ban his ass?
I huff and I say, well, I guess we have to.
What?
I huff and I say, I guess we have to.
Yeah. He goes, okay. So, you see off in the distance and covered in, dressing in the snow, you see Jesse. He goes, before you two run off again, we're supposed to be a team. So let's finish this as a team.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So do I need to pause it yet? And go check on laundry?
Mm.
Okay. Anyway, so you guys gather again. You track up the hill. And then you see that like another village of the way with trees, and then you see some kids playing in the snow, and then you see in this village you see Krampus again, and he waves his staff, and then all of a sudden you see him take 3 kids and like luring them in like with some kind of magic you don't know about. And then you see him just they're being controlled by his staff, and he shoves them into a sack. Then he waves his staff again, and you hear some noise of the kids in this little in his sack, and he's like, and then you hear and then you see when you come up the hill, the grandfather of those kids, it's like he's looking around and the kids are nowhere to be found. And you see him, and then he's like, we gotta stop that guy. We gotta get my grandkids back. So, and then the ones pushing the snowball, you see Krampus appear again, and then you see him waving his staff, but you see before he lures those kids, Jesse fires off a shot, and it wings Krampus enough to get his attention, where those kids are safe. And then, so, he's got just 3 right now. So you guys, and so he disappears, and then, so, and then, and then you see, and then you go back to, and then you try to talk and try to calm the grandfather. So what do you do?
Talk to him?
Huh?
Talk to him?
Okay. Roll these 2. Are you doing the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got a 14 and 11.
So you roll the
No, I got 20.
roll these two. So what did you get?
I got 20 and
Okay. So you got him
got
calmed down to enough you can at least talk to him and tell him that we're working on the problem. We're gonna get
grandkids.
it back. So you
16.
Huh?
16.
16? Okay, so you are over here and you place your hand on the shoulder of the grandfather, and he basically, between the two of you, you guys got him calmed down. So he goes back into the house and whatnot. So then stay you. Anyway, so you guys got him calmed down. Then, as you guys are coming back, you see the snow swirl up again, but you notice that a little ghost dog comes out, and Jesse finally notices it too. And then he's like, this shit just gets weirder and weirder. So, you notice that, and then you see that, like, the ghost dog's wanting you to follow him. What do you guys do?
I follow.
Okay. So, you follow him deep into this village, and then, you see that most of the village is starting to dissipate. Then, you notice that within the way, you see a cave that he leads you into, and you see, you go into this cave, and you see Boogie as well, and he's guarded by these two werewolves. So, he's like, oh, I see I have challengers. Ha-ha! Yay. So, what do you guys do?
Should we attack or should we think of a plan?
Think of a plan.
Think of a plan, okay.
Okay. So, he's like, okay. So,
Excited.
as you guys are doing this, you guys, he throws these dice before you are attacked by the wolves. You both take 6 points of damage because
More damage.
and then all of a sudden you see these what looks like cockroaches crawling up your legs and starts like scratching and clawing at you guys.
You nasty vomit.
Well, I can fly up.
Okay. So
Get attacked.
you fly up. Roll these two.
You just lit their head on fire.
So you attack. So you roll these two.
16.
Okay, so you. What do you do?
16.
15? No, 16.
16.
Okay, you fly up, you shake them off, and they disappear.
I got 25.
Okay, so you you light them on fire and they disappear. Then Jesse fires off shots and they hit Boogie, but it's like they melt into him. So he's like, okay,
Go.
we actually got some fun now. Ooh. So he goes like this, and the chains that's on the two werewolves while you're flying up are surrounding Jesse and
Your friend.
your friend. What do you do? So go check.
Pause the game and go
Okay.
check laundry.
Anyway, so you see flying the two werewolves that were chained by Boogie are now going towards Jesse and your friend. What do you do?
I'd fly around to figure out how to take him down.
Or take down Boogie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you do?
I'll talk to Jesse to figure out a plan. I don't want to do things stupid.
Okay. So,
You've done a
you
lot.
talk to Jesse,
You're not wrong, but
and
I
he's
don't-
like,
I just don't want to get bonded again.
yeah. He's like, you know, out of all the crazy shit we've seen and I've seen throughout my day, and he opens up his thing. I got a belt full of silver bullets, and let's just say, fuck it. So, and he's like, so he hands you, they look like gauntlets,
Ooh.
but there's a part that goes over like your knuckles that covers this part of your, like the top part and then in your knuckles, that is plated in solid silver.
Oh, okay, that works.
So he's like I said, I got a belt full of silver bullets, and let's just say fuck it. So
Let's do it.
roll.
Let's have some fun. Sure. 9 and a 7.
Huh?
9 and a 7.
Okay, that's cool. So you guys well off on these werewolves. Holy hell! 8, 9, 10, 11. You both do 111 points of damage. So these werewolves are pretty much fucked.
Woohoo!
So they're basically like they whimper off. Yeah. So Boogie's like, it's kind of hard to find good help these days. So you falling up there, you notice that there's really not many weak spots on him, but you've noticed that there you can't really tell there's a whole lot of weak spots, but you did notice, like over in the corner of the room, it looks like a little mirror that looks like it's like a greenish swirly mist behind Boogie. So what do you do?
Investigate it? Do you?
I investigate it.
Okay. So when you go up to it, you notice that it looks like a mirror on the outside, but when you touch it, your hand goes through it. And then when it goes through it, it's not cold, it's not hot, but it's like there's no feeling. It's like you're grabbing onto nothing. But you also notice that it's like a gel-like form that goes over your hand. And then you notice that when you squeeze your hand, Boogie
Gets pain.
twitches or itches and like it kind of hurts him. And you pull your hand back.
I see plans.
So, what do you do? So you want to tell your friends, or you want to temporarily go solo on this?
Temporarily go solo.
Okay.
I see a plan.
So,
I got the new plan.
The plan must go into work.
roll this.
5.
5? Okay. Not bad. So, you pull out these little, you go down, scoop up some pebbles, and you start just start chucking them at the mirror. And every time you guys notice, like, as she's chucking stuff at this mirror, you guys can, you're not too far into the cave, but you can see the mirror.
Uh-huh.
And as she's chucking stuff at it, you see Boogie do this little dance thing, like it's hurting him.
Oh, I thought you were looking trying to dance.
So what do you do?
Join in.
Okay. So you notice that.
Fireball.
So
See what hurts.
you roll this. 17?
Uh-huh.
So you roll and you throw. You start. You got these little blades and you start chucking them at the mirror too. And you guys, and then as he's dancing around, he kind of, at this point in time, he notices what you guys are, he kind of notices what you're doing. So, he pulls open the